Hello everyone, my name is Daniel with Vmobile Canada, and today I'm going to teach you on how to register your Vmobile business. So if you're watching this video for the first time, welcome to the team. I'm going to take you through step by step on how to do all the technical registration and also a little bit of advice on basically making your decisions on coming on board with Vmobile. So the first thing you want to do is to determine how many registration kits you would like. The most popular registration kits that people buy is a tri-pack. Now a tri-pack is 3 accounts. You can also get 7, 15, or 31. But watch your budget because not everyone can afford 31 kits. But again, it's a one-time investment with no monthly fees and no yearly fees, and you can structure your business to earn multiple times. So with that being said, always check with the boss at home, you know who that is, before making any major financial decisions. Vmobile is here to help you make money, not go in debt for your family. So be careful with your budget. And now that I've gone through that disclaimer, I'd like to walk you through on the steps on how to register once you've made a commitment to join Vmobile. The first thing you'd want to do is to send your payment either via Western Union, PayPal, cash, and or check deposited into a TD Canada Trust bank account that is linked to our contact in the Philippines named Felix Banting. So you can send your money any of those ways, and once we receive the money, we will send you back an email with 3 sets of numbers per kit. The first number that you will get is an ID number. Now that ID number is your ID number forever. It never changes, and that's the number you're going to use to log into your back office and check your business on a regular basis. The next number is an SAC, and all that does, it's a one-time use number, and it activates your ID number. The third number we send you in an email will be a PPSC number. That stands for Product Pack Sales Code, and that activates the 20 membership cards to allow people in the Philippines to start using the benefits of Vmobile, such as the 10% discount on load and also the earnings, 8 to 14% earnings with Vmobile. So with that being said, now that you know what numbers you'll be receiving, we're going to walk you through on actually where to place all 3 of those numbers and how to activate your business. So the first thing you'd want to do once you receive an email is go to the website www.loadxtreme.ph. That's LOADXTREME.ph. Now once you're on this website, and I think you can see my screen in the background here, click where it says no account, click here. That's where you want to click in order to take you to the terms of use. Now this is the LOADXTREME/Vmobile agreement contract. Once you've read through this and understand what you're agreeing to, click I agree and hit the submit button. This will take you to the beginning of the registration process. Now you'll want to fill out your full name. Now this is your full legal name, the name that will appear on the checks that is issued by Vmobile. So you want to make sure that you have no issues with the banks cashing those checks. So make sure to put your legal name, the name that matches your driver's license or passport is the best name to put on your Vmobile account. The next you'd want to do is put your full address. Your full address meaning your street number, your city, the province that you're located in, the country, and the postal code. Once you have all of that in the top line, you are ready to move on to the next step. If you live in the Philippines, there is a drop-down box that allows you to put your region, province, or town. But this drop-down box is only if you live in the Philippines. The next step is the birthday box. In this box, you want to put in your month, day, and year. Now this is all in numeric numbers, so you want to make sure to put in month. So for October, you would put 10, day 20, and year 1951. Make sure to separate the month, day, and year with slashes in between. After you're done that, it'll ask you for your cell phone number. Now if you live abroad, you want to put 1 and then 604 or whatever the area code is where you're living, and then the number. If you live in the Philippines, you'll want to start with 09 and the number. No spaces, no dashes. Next is the ID number. Now this is the number that was emailed to you once you've sent the money and we've received it. So you'll go to your email. In this case, I've already transferred the numbers onto a Word document spreadsheet. I'll take the ID number and I'll copy it and paste it into the ID field. Next, I will take the SAC number, which activates the ID, and I'll post that in the SAC field. Lastly, I'll ask for an email address, and we will go ahead and be ready to register. Now, it will say, congratulations on successfully creating your account. Please take note of the following information. Basically, it'll give you all the information that you just put in. Also, it'll give you a temporary password, also known as a PIK, personal identification key. This is very important that you keep this in a safe place, but again, it's a temporary number. You will have the ability to change this later. So what I do, because you will need this number to complete the registration, is I'll email this number to myself or the person that I'm registering at the time so that he always has an electronic file. But also take the time to write it down on paper, because you always know what happens with electronic stuff. Sometimes it just goes missing and you don't know what happened to it. So it's always good to have a hard copy written down. Now, once you have the PIK safe, you're ready to go to the next step. What I will do is I will copy the password and activate my business center. That completes step 1 of a 3-step process. Step 2, MyLX activation. Basically, it's going to ask you for your sales sponsor ID and also your sales placement ID. Now, the sales sponsor ID is who referred you to the business, because Vmobile will pay them a 500 peso referral commission bonus for every person that they bring in. So if they brought you in, Vmobile will give them a check for 500 pesos. So you want to make sure that you have the right information for the sales sponsor ID. The next field will ask for the sales placement ID. Now, the sales placement ID is where do they go in the tree of life, in the genealogy of things. So basically, in this case, we are registering Tony's 3rd account. So what we will do is we will put the password that we copied in the PIK field. The sales sponsor ID will be Tony's main account, which is the first account that he created. And that, because we're going to keep all the money basically in the first account for every person that Tony brings on board. Next step is the sales placement ID. Now, this is not always the same number as the sponsor ID. So sit down with the person who shared the business with you to figure out strategically on how you're going to place your organization and how you're going to build your team. In this case, what we are doing is Tony bought 4 accounts. The reason he bought 4 accounts is because you have the ability now, instead of getting a tri-pack, if you go with 4, you can reinvest your earnings and expand to 7 accounts, getting paid 7 times. So that in our organization is one of the most common, most popular packages is 4 kits, which gives you 100 membership cards to distribute back in the Philippines. So moving on, the sales placement ID is not always the same as the sales sponsor ID. So in this case, expanding 4 to 7, what we will do is we'll actually take Tony's 2nd account number and go ahead and place that in the placement field. Now I'll ask you Team A or Team B. So in this case, it doesn't matter whether it's Team A or Team B, because if we register Team B now, next time it will be Team A. So we'll go ahead and click that, and that will complete step 2 after taking us to a verification process, just to verify that these numbers match the name of the person that you put in. So in this case here, it'll ask that Tony is the sales sponsor because he referred himself again into the business. If you only buy 1 account, the sales sponsor is the person that brought you in. But if you buy any more than 1 account, every account after that is your own number. So therefore you get paid for every time you refer yourself. Isn't that awesome? This is one of the only businesses where I know where you can refer yourself multiple times and get paid for it. That's amazing. So next thing is the sales placement ID. So this is Tony's 2nd account we are placing on Team B, and now it's going to ask you again for the password. Now the password we emailed to ourselves, so I will bring up the password here. And I'll copy that, and then we will paste that in here. Now that the password is in and all the information is correct, we can go ahead and click submit. If there was an error, you can edit the information above by going to the drop down box, or what you can do, if the system hangs, you can always refresh the information. But because everything is correct, we'll hit the submit button, and this will complete the placement and also the sales commission bonus for referring Tony again to himself, which is awesome. This takes about 30 seconds, and then a box will pop up saying, important reminder, don't forget to register your PPSC, Product Pack Sales Code. So there's the little box, and that completes step 2 of the 3-step process. Now, this is one of the most important steps right here, and a lot of people tend to skip this step, but this is very important. If you don't complete this step, you won't get paid. Also, without activating the 20 cards, you don't have product to be able to use in the Philippines. And without a product, of course, the business won't run. So we want to make sure that the cards are activated so we can properly distribute it to your friends and family in the Philippines and help save them 10% or help them start a business and start earning monies using MyTurf or the ability to sell retail load. So really excited about that. We will go and it'll say, here, please note that you need to enter your product pack sales code in order to complete the registration. You can click the button below or click here. So the button below is located right here, enter PPSC, or you can click the blue highlighted click here button to enter it. This will take you to the last step of the registration. Basically put your password in once, and then you confirm your pick by putting it in twice, which we had it saved in our copy paste feature. So next it'll ask you for your ID number. Now this again was emailed to us, so we'll pull up that email that we sent to ourselves, copy the ID number, and paste that in here. The next step is basically the PPSC number. Now the PPSC number was emailed to us, so we'll pull that up over here. And when you are copying the information, make sure you copy everything. In this case, when I copied the ID number, I forgot the last character, so number. So I'll put the 4 in there, and we are ready to roll. And that basically will complete the PPSC, and the business is now registered in the Philippines. We have owner franchise overseas, or if you live in the Philippines, welcome to Vmobile, and we look forward to helping you in your journey to success. And again, this video was brought to you by www.vmobileportal.com, where Vmobile spans worldwide, helping people all over the world. So God bless everyone, and I'll talk to you later.